the COD, crisis of the day. I just coined that term. What is it today? The bird flu. Well, good morning, everyone. It's me, Mitch. It's a little later this morning. Been up for a while, and this is not a Monday morning rant, but I thought this might be a great format to broach the subject of the latest, the absolute latest thing that we need to be panicked over and worry about. Something I've talked about before, and something that it seems we're bombarded with every day. And hear what some of the experts have to say. So we'll go over here in the search and we'll type BIRD. And there it is right at the top of the search. Bird flu. Okay. And here we have it. Top line. CDC issues bird flu alert. Okay.
Now to a GMA health alert, and we're talking about the bird flu. The CDC has now officially issued an alert after a person in Texas became sick following contact.
All right. And next we have, here's a panic. Bird flu pandemic could be 100 times worse than COVID.
A bird flu pandemic with the potential to be 100 times worse than COVID may be on the horizon after a...
Okay, and let's hear what this real beauty has to say about Washington, D.C. and their official response.
And I think the president's statement was incredibly powerful, impactful, and really truly lays out how he feels about the current situation.
Well, there you go. What a non-answer and political bullshit we have. Okay, now it says bird flu is spreading in cows.
And does the fact that it's now in cows mean there's more of a risk for people?
Does it? Okay, you've teased the question.
Start by saying there are a lot of unknowns right now with this virus, especially when it comes to how exactly it could impact humans.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so they don't know shit right now, but meanwhile, here we go. Okay, this is a 2024 bird flu outbreak. Should pet owners be alarmed? I don't know any pet. Bird flu should prepare U.S. for next pandemic. And after 2 avian flu cases in humans, U.S. officials warn states, okay, does Canada need to be worried? A, how concerned should the U.S. population be about bird flu? This is Forbes, breaking news here.
Or is this going to be a lot of cattle infected, and will this affect their health and their populations? We know that with bird flu previously, with some outbreaks, it really affected the chicken and egg producers.
Okay, so they don't know shit, they suspect. Food safety amid bird flu. And this is Fox Chicago. Mayo Clinic virology offers perspective on avian influenza.
Now, the concern is that we're seeing not only millions of infections in commercial poultry and backyard bird flocks that humans frequently come into contact with, we're also seeing higher rates of infection in mammals. Yeah, so the birds will...
Okay, do I have to come in contact with the animal itself, or what happens if I cook it and eat it? I haven't heard an answer to that one yet. Now, CDC issues urgent alert.
Tonight, the CDC with an urgent alert telling healthcare providers to be on the lookout for possible cases of bird flu. That's if they encounter sick patients who recently had contact with birds or livestock.
Okay, contact with animals. Maybe if I stay away from the zoo. Doctors try to calm bird flu fears. Well, there's an optimistic sounding one.
A dairy worker in Texas tested positive for bird flu, leaving some wondering if humans and our food supply are at risk. The U.S. Department of Agriculture confirmed that bird flu, likely passed on by migrating birds, has infected cow herds across at least 6 American states. Dr. William Schaffner is a professor of infectious diseases at Vanderbilt University Medical Center. This is what he told CBS News about the bird flu's risk to humans.
This virus, fortunately, has not yet had the capacity to spread readily from person to person. There's no evidence of person-to-person spread.
The U.S. only has 2 documented human cases.
Okay, so there you have it. The first guy that comes out and calls BS on this whole thing. And yet they're talking about a pandemic that has the potential to be 100 times that of COVID. Didn't we just go through this 2 years ago? The word pandemic's being thrown around now. I'm even getting questions from some of my viewers. What do I think about it? Well, I'm disgusted, but I think the propaganda machine, the politicians, the news media, whose motto is never, ever let a good crisis go to waste. And I think Rahm Emanuel coined that phrase. At the hint of any problem, that's the first thing the industrial, media, political, government complex in this country does, is immediately go to work figuring out how they can scare the shit out of us so that they can sell us whatever they want, control us however they want, and not let this crisis go to waste as an opportunity to make money, get votes, whatever. And everybody has chimed in on this. And because my viewers asked me this question, I said, well, let me take a look and see what's out there. Economic impact of the bird flu. First human case of highly contagious. Dr. Scott Gottlieb on the avian flu. Rare human case of bird flu detected. 100 times worse than COVID. Bird flu detected in some birds. Update. Bird flu confirmed at Texas poultry. Largest U.S. egg producer got bird flu. Egg prices surge amid bird flu outbreak. Bird flu in humans, transmission symptoms. Bird flu continues to spread. Angry birds are worried about bird flu. Pretty cool. Human contacts bird flu for second time. Bird flu outbreak 100 times worse than COVID. Obviously, the talking points are going out there. The propaganda machine is in overdrive. The burning question that there are no answers to right now, because right now it's all unknown. I have heard that those people that have come down with bird flu, it's pretty much just like any other flu. They've gone as far as saying that half the people that had bird flu from 2022 since 2003 have died. Most of those people were probably in their 70s, 80s, and 90s and would have died anyway, but it makes a great soundbite. This just goes on and on and on and on and on and on. God, I don't know what the answer is. I do know one thing, and this is my opinion based on what I know about the damage that propaganda, early panic, political backing, industry corruption, and the effectiveness of what is an outbreak of media bullshit has me worried more than an outbreak of actual problems from this. But it's going to unfortunately cause and have its predicted effect. I'm afraid people, if it continues to be publicized like this, Antarctica braces for They're worried about their penguins, one after another. It is unbelievable. Now we're getting back into the 2-year-old videos from the bird flu outbreak 2 years ago, which raised egg prices quite a bit. And I'm afraid that might happen because people panic. People run the stores. Toilet paper is going to be out of stock again. People are going to be running out there. The good news about eggs is you can't buy too many eggs because you're not going to be freezing them and you're not going to be able to eat them all. So egg prices will probably go up. Meat, nobody has ever said that cooking and eating meat from a cow that might have been infected by this is harmful. So my advice to you right now is don't panic. I'm not going to. I don't want to say I don't care because I do. I care about all the people that are going to panic, change the course of their lives because of this latest bit of propaganda fostered on us by everybody with a self-serving motive to not let this, quote, crisis go to waste. I hate to say this. My hope is that tomorrow's crisis will divert people's attention from today's crisis, like today's crisis has diverted people's attention from yesterday's crisis of worrying about deep fake videos created by artificial intelligence. Every day, it's another crisis. No wonder people are getting sick. No wonder people are stressed out. No wonder people are getting angry. No wonder people and society itself is in an uproar as everybody takes their side and begins yet another battle over yet another divisive subject. For me, again, I am not going to let it affect me. I am not going to worry about it. I'm going to let it play out. And if we need to worry, it'll become evident. But to take action at this point in time, to be stressed to the max at this point in time, doesn't make any sense to me. So in answer to the questions that I've gotten, what do I think about it? I think it has the potential, more potential to be yet another big nothing burger. It may affect some livestock like any other disease. It's just yet another one of these viruses that will mutate again. It'll come and it'll go, and such is life on planet Earth. This is not a rant, but this is calming me down. So with that, we'll talk more about this in the coming weeks, I'm sure. But initially, that's my take for today on whether we should worry about and agonize about the bird flu quite yet or not. My answer is not. So don't worry. Take the rest of the day off and eat meat.